Welcome to Whippoorwill Holler. I'm Miss Lori, and this is Mr. Brown. We live in the hills of Arkansas. We love the Lord. Keepers of the old way, but accept some of the new. We love to cook, and we love to eat. We love to garden. It's in our blood. It's how we stay sustainable and fill our pantry. We do a lot of canning and preserving. We live a sustainable life. We love our family. We work hard. And every once in a while, we like to dance. So y'all join us.
It's hot in here.
Well, do I have a recipe for you today? This is an old vintage recipe that's been around, I don't know, for a long time. And I have not made this recipe in years. And I don't know why.
I don't either.
I don't either because it's so good. But I used to make it for the kids because they loved barbecue chicken. And this was just really good and it was easy. And I guess because you was on the road all the time, you didn't get none.
Not very often.
There was a lot of stuff that we cooked during the week, me and the kids, because we cooked 3 meals a day that Danny didn't get to enjoy with us because he was always on the truck.
I was always gone. I didn't get them.
He got the weekend meals is what he got. But anyways, this, it makes a really good barbecue sauce and it just really tenderizes that chicken.
Are you tweaking this barbecue?
I might just a little, but not much. But this recipe's been around forever, and if you've never made Coca-Cola chicken, you're going to want to try it because it's delicious.
And I get to eat some, right?
yeah, you get to eat some.
I missed out on it so much.
So, I guess we better get to cooking.
Let's get to cooking because I'm ready to eat.
Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to brown our chicken. Now this is a whole cut up chicken and we're not going to cook it all the way through. We're just going to brown it on one side, then we're going to turn it and brown it on the other before we cover it up with our barbecue sauce. Now this was a pretty good sized chicken. You can do all breast if you want to too. Now I've got 2 cans of Coca-Cola in my bowl. I've got a half a cup of ketchup. And I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. We're going to add about a good teaspoon of oregano. And I'm going to put about just a couple of tablespoons of brown sugar. I got a tablespoon of smoked paprika. You can use sweet. And we're going to add probably, I don't know, it's all to your taste. I'm going to add a teaspoon of garlic powder. You can add a little bit more if you want to. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of onion powder. If you like a real oniony taste, you can put more than that. We're going to put about 4 chopped up cloves of garlic. We love our garlic. I've got about a medium onion here that I chopped up. If you don't want onion in it, and let me tell you something, this is going to cook down with that sauce and be so good. You can leave the onion out, but I would not leave it out. So we're just going to go ahead and turn our chicken over and brown the other side. And I like doing this in my cast iron skillet. You can also brown your chicken and then stick it in a slow cooker or your crock pot pour the sauce over it and cook it on about low for about 6 hours. Or you can stick it in the oven. But I think it tastes best just like this. This is my favorite way of doing this recipe. So we're just going to pour our sauce over the top. And you can see that as much chicken as I have in here, the whole chicken cut up, that it took 2 cans of Coca-Cola. 1 can would not have been enough. And you could have added even a little bit more brown sugar in it if you wanted to. And I'll have the recipe down in the information box below the video of the amounts that I put in there. But you can always tweak it a little bit and make it your own. Because either way, it's going to come out good. So I'm going to let this come to a boil. We're going to tin it with this foil, and then we're going to put it on simmer. Mr. Brown's still working on my oven. Now it's been simmering for about 15 minutes. And we're going to take it off. Be careful that stain gets you. And we're going to turn our chicken pieces over. And we're going to do this every 15 minutes for an hour. You just want to kind of turn your chicken over, move it around in the pan. Because some of the chicken will be getting done faster than the other thicker pieces. So I just kind of rearrange them. If I've got a leg or wing that's getting done, I'll put it around the edge and then put the thicker pieces in the middle. But you just want to do this every 15 minutes. And this house smells so good. If you've never made homemade barbecue sauce, once you make this sauce and make this chicken, I don't think you'll ever do it any other way. It's that good. And that Coca-Cola is not going to hurt you. I mean, you know, it's not like you're going to be eating it every day. We got corn on the cob. I got some of my canned potatoes I'm going to fry up. I just rinsed them and drained them. Gonna fry them up. And I'm gonna make a little bit of coleslaw. Okay, it's been another 15 minutes. And I'm gonna turn my chicken over again. Move it around in the pan. Some of the pieces are getting done. Now, I won't cover it this time. I'll leave the foil off of it. And you can see how loose the sauce still is. But just give it time, because it's going to thicken up. And it's going to make a really, really thick barbecue sauce that is so good. Okay, here it is, y'all. This has been an hour that's been cooking. In that last 15 minutes, I left the foil off. And you see how that has thickened up? I want you to look how pretty that barbecue sauce is. And you know that old saying, finger looking good, this is. This is some of the best. And I'm not just saying that either. I don't care who's cooking it, it's some of the best. So if you've never made Coca-Cola chicken like this, you've got to. It'll be a family favorite. I know it was for my kids. And now, Mr. Brown just loves it. You can also do this with wild meat. You can do this with rabbit. You can do it with squirrel. A lot of people eat wild meat, and it'll really make that wild meat really tender and taste good. So we got our plate fixed, and we're ready to sit down and eat. Made us some coleslaw. Y'all can see I took my canned potatoes, and I've showed y'all that before, that I just drain them and rinse them and drain them again and just fry them up like you would regular potatoes, and they taste so good. So I'm excited. Don't this plate look good? So let's give thanks for our blessings and sit down and eat. So you've been sitting here really bragging on this chicken. So I thought I'd just get you on here so you could just keep bragging.
Well, I'm going to tell you, the flavoring that you got going on that chicken tonight is unreal. I might be because I might be a little bit biased because you're my wife. But seriously, it's really good.
Well, you cleaned your plate, so it must be. You even took some bread and sopped up that sauce.
Yeah, if I had another piece of bread to do it again, but I just don't need the bread.
There it is. I only give you half a piece, and I ate the other half.
I know.
Watching our carbs here. Even though you did eat a
It's a big old chicken, but it cooked up tender.
Oh, yeah, it's tender.
And, man, it's just slurping. I'm telling you, I've sat here and told her 10 times how good that sauce is that she mixed up. It's good.
So they need to definitely do this recipe.
Absolutely.
Cooking it like that on the stove and like I did, kept turning it and simmering it. It done good.
I'm trying to cough.
And that was a big chicken too.
Excuse me.
Mr. Brown's getting choked on it now.